Okay, so just a little bit about what we have going on for the rest of this quarter is we are not going to let ourselves feel the burnout this year. Our goal is to keep this fire going. We had an amazing first 3 quarters of the year. We're going to continue this fire into the 4th quarter so that we can start next year strong. We had a call with, our team had a call with Chris 2 weeks ago now, and it was all about finding your, like, loving yourself and how we have to love ourselves so we can continue to share that love. Sorry, my kid's screaming now, but share that love through to our challengers, because if we aren't loving ourselves, how are we supposed to love these other people? So really, really channeling in on loving our people and loving ourselves. So that's something we're really focusing on this year and moving into the 4th quarter. And not waiting till the end of the year to get these people jumping in with us, because everybody goes through the holidays. They use them as an excuse. The holidays are not going to be an excuse for us this year. We're going to use the holidays as our reason to be pushing hard this year. So that's what we've got going on. I'm sure that all these other teams have amazing plans for the end of the year as well, but we would love to hear from you, Carl.
Well, I'm a little bit less warm and fuzzy, but I think it's a great message. And in fact, in the half hour or so that I have, what I'm going to say is aligned with that, but I'm just going to be a little bit more direct about it, okay? Meaning, you guys, with all these people getting on a call here at the end of the day, you don't have to jump on these things. And it reminds me, I've been doing these calls now for the last 3 weeks. I've got, I don't know, something like 45 calls before the end of November. So I'm talking to as many coaches as I can. And as I go through this process, talking to coaches and I was at leadership over the weekend, and I'm reminded of sort of the way we initially constructed the network and how we put it together and who we wanted it to be. I was not that eager to have a network marketing business that was sort of, a pyramid, as they say, with all the trappings of what network marketing can symbolize and be, which can be a lot of greed and a lot of lost friends if you get people in with the wrong expectations. But what we were seeing with our products is that people were helping each other get results and having a really good experience. So the only thing missing was some reward or a share of the demand that our customers were already creating. So as Michael and the original president of the network, this guy named Chris, were putting things together, I said, look, I want something that's mission driven, where the people have big hearts, and that they're doing this from the perspective of how they can help people, which means they're going to be in it for the long haul, regardless of how much money they make, because it takes a little bit of time to build a business, and it takes a lot of work. So you need somebody who's in it because they're doing it for the right reason. And so they took that to heart and started to develop the strategy. And I remember one day they came into my office and they laid out this thing. They said, hey, we wanted to show you the plan for ranks. And I'm like, oh, what's that? And they were like, well, as people, they sign up 2 coaches, that's going to be an emerald. And then this other one is going to be ruby, and then diamond. And I'm like, that sounds so network marketing-y. Like, why don't we can we call them peanuts and butterflies and strawberries instead? Like, if you're just a new coach, you're a peanut. And if you sign up 2 people, you're a butterfly. And then if you're a diamond, you're a watermelon. I don't know. So they didn't go for that. They wanted to stick with the jewels, but they got the point. And part of that, one of the things we did is we did some research into who makes the best network marketers from a mission-driven culture standpoint versus purely, how do I make the most money? And the people that we saw, as I mentioned, they got to be mission-driven. But the way we sort of defined it was into 5 categories as we wanted to start the business. And those 5 categories were based on people who showed a lot of care and stamina to help people, but were probably undercompensated for that heart, which means that they would be motivated to monetize this skill set that they've got and this energy around helping to do more for people. And the categories were kind of obvious, and I think it's reflected in the network. Stay-at-home moms, honestly, was a big deal for us. These are like, I mean, I think any parents deserve a reward, but the stay-at-home mom with a couple of kids, I don't know how it's done. It's impossible, and but amazing. And that, by the way, it can be stay-at-home dad too, but I'm just going with sort of the obvious and what we seem to be attracting to the network. So stay-at-home moms, teachers, first responders, that's like firefighters, police, paramedics, and clergy, and military. Okay, so these are people who are like put themselves in harm's way or volunteer or achieve or set out to do something with their skills that is about service or helping people or something that is very human or humane, but not necessarily well rewarded. Now, here's a problem that we're facing: obesity, lifestyle disease, and the demand for this product is so unmet. There's such a huge market for what we do that it's an opportunity for those people and anyone like them to really monetize this incredible value that they create in the world. So that's frankly what I set out to do at the beginning. And we had this community, the Beachbody community, and that's where I found the first 40 founding coaches who were just that: stay-at-home moms, clergy, teachers, military, first responders. We had some network marketers in there also, and frankly, they didn't stick around long because we didn't fit the classic mold. Now, here's why I'm telling you that story. Because in, let's say, what time is it? It's 5:11. So in 19 minutes, I want you to do something very different than you would normally do after one of these calls. You're going to hover over that leave meeting button at that little red leave meeting thing, and you're going to hit that, and then you're going to be left in the room. It's going to be empty, and you can go take care of the kids. You can go watch TV, what's on my Instagram feed. I want you to do something different tonight, if you can. And that is, I want you to spend the next 20 to 30 minutes contacting people. But I don't want you to just be contacting anybody. I want you to be thinking from the mindset of like you're restarting your business tonight. Wherever you are in Success Club this month, or recruiting or putting challenge groups together, I don't want you to worry about it, whether you're at a Success Club 2000 or Success Club -2. I just want you to think, I am starting my business tonight. And tonight, I want to start the business with somewhere between 2 to 5 people. I want to invite 2 to 5 people who fit these qualifications. Big heart, but probably would like to earn some extra income to pay cash for Christmas presents, or to be able to be in control of giving themselves a raise based on how hard they work, rather than waiting for somebody else to give them a raise. And that's the beauty of running your own business. There's also a lot of pressure in running your own business, but this is the one way that you can be in control of your income, by you being the one that creates the value. So I want you to start to think tonight, right now, and in fact, be ready to write them down. There's a reason for this. I want you to allow 2 to 5 names of people who you think fit this profile of big hearts, would love to help people, wouldn't mind losing a few pounds maybe, or getting in shape, or maybe they're already part of the health and fitness community, but they'd like to earn some extra income. I'd like you to think of between 2 and 5 people and write those numbers down, write those names down while we talk. And the reason I'm saying that way, and the reason I want you to call them tonight, is I want you to be able to get on the phone with them or text them, and I want you to be able to say, hey, I was on the phone with the CEO of Beachbody tonight, and he said, hey, we're looking to expand the team. I want you to build a team right now, this month, with the upcoming Shift Shop Challenge Group, this exclusive coach challenge group that we've got, which is the thing that's in the highest demand of all we do, to be a part of an exclusive coach test group so you get personal interaction with the super trainer and support from all these other coaches who have multiple different layers of the broad continuum of experience. So beginners are learning from experts, and experts are seeing what the beginners need to learn. And and as you were talking to the CEO, I said, keep your eyes open for people who'd like to earn some extra money, be in control of their own income, but they're willing to start now. Now, a couple dynamics happen with that. So you can imagine getting on the phone to a couple people tonight when you get up, when you click leave meeting, and you can be like, hey, how you doing? I'd like to offer you a challenge packet, a very special offer. No. You don't want to do that. Instead, you get to get on the phone and say, hey, I was on the phone with the CEO of Beachbody. Yeah, I was on the phone. CEO of Beachbody, super good looking guy. Anyway, but he said, think for a second about some people who have big hearts who might want to be interested in earning an extra income by helping people and getting in shape. And your name popped into my head. That's right, your name. So I wrote it down. Now, do you see how different that is? Instead of contacting somebody as a sales pitch, tonight at least, you get to contact these people based on the fact that their name came into your head. And you've got this exclusive coach test group coming up. It starts October 22nd, but you really have until the 29th because that's when we kick off the 3 weeks of Shift Shop. So you've got this exclusive coach test group to motivate them to take action, to join tonight or soon. And you're doing it from a place of acknowledging that they have a big heart, acknowledging that they probably want to make some extra money, and giving them the opportunity to say yes or no. Now, I don't know if anybody on the call tonight was at leadership, but this woman, I think her name was Kendra Hall, gave this speech about the importance of your story. And one of the stories about herself that she's told, the importance of taking action now, is that she told this story about how she had started a new opportunity, and there was this one woman who she thought was a friend of hers from like 5th grade or something. She hadn't talked to her in years. And she waited and she agonized and she was like, should I call her? Shouldn't I call her? What should I do? And she finally got up the courage to call her and say, hey, I'm doing this new thing. I'd like to see if you're interested in being a part of it. And then she got the woman on the phone, and the woman said, oh, I just started a new thing too. Do you want to be a part of it with me? And Kendra was like, if I had just called her when her name came into my head, when I started this thing, I would have been there before the other opportunity came along. So that's what tonight is about. Tonight is about somebody came into your mind, somebody's names are coming to you, hopefully, and this is, literally, if you get in that space of who do I know has a big heart who'd like to make some extra money, like to get in shape and be a good role model for their kids. And don't hesitate to call them. That name came into your mind for a reason, and I'd like you to reach out to them, touch base, and say, I thought of you, rather than wait for that opportunity to leave you. Now, as you go through that conversation, I would imagine as you're talking about what we do in terms of the fitness products and then you get into Shakeology, and you're going to get into price. And here's what it's going to cost to sign up to be a coach. The coaching fee is waived when you sign up with a challenge pack. They'll say, what's a challenge pack? And you're going to talk about this superfood shake, Shakeology, that helps feed the body, this missing link, this gap in your nourishment. We're all well fed, but most of us are undernourished. And you're going to say, this shake is amazing. And they're going to say, wait, what's that I heard you say? $130 for a bag of powder that looks very similar to the bags of powder that I see at the supermarket that cost like $40. And you're going to say, and they're going to say, am I hearing you right? $130? And this is what your reaction can be and should be. You are exactly right. I am so glad you said that. And I know what you're thinking to yourself right now. You're thinking, Carl, wait a minute. That was the price objection I just got. I can't celebrate that. That thing's awful. That's a monster, the price objection. When people say it's too expensive, I can't handle it. I have to hang up the phone. I don't know what to do. No, you will never freak out again about the price objection, what you're going to do is say, that's exactly the same reaction that I had, because we are reasonable human beings, and you have never tasted this shake. You don't know how it can curb your sweet tooth. You don't know how it can help your digestion. You don't know how it can help your energy. You don't know how it can feed your body so that everything just works better. That's why the company gives you a money-back guarantee. I know, sounds crazy that the company is going to let you drink an entire $130 bag of powder, and if you don't like it, after you finish the powder, they'll give you your money back. And but that's the case because, and this is what you're saying to your friend tonight after you press leave meeting on here, the reason we do it is because we only want 2 possible outcomes from these calls tonight. Only 2. Okay? Well, besides the fact that they might say no. Okay? So that's the one outcome. We won't worry about that because you will have started the conversation. So who knows when that no might turn into a maybe, that might turn into a yes. But at least they're going to know what you do. So if they decide to proceed, there's only 2 outcomes that we want from this. One is that they sign up, they get in that Shift Shop Challenge group, they're having a great experience, they're having direct emotional, inspirational contact with Chris Downing and the rest of their peers in this group on Facebook and in the Challenge Tracker app. They're loving the shake. Their body's working better. As they get more consistent with it, as they get to the end of the month, they're like, oh my God, I've lost 10 to 15 pounds. It's not even Thanksgiving yet. I'm feeling better, more alive, more energetic. My digestion is better. I got fewer cravings. This has been the most fabulous thing. Thank you so much for inviting me to this. And now I understand what this business is about. That's one of the opportunities or one of the outcomes. And the other one is that they didn't have a good experience. Maybe they didn't like the shake. Maybe they don't like the way it tastes. Maybe they don't like working out at home or whatever that is. And then you get them their money back. Those are the 2 possible outcomes that would come from signing somebody up tonight. And because we don't want people out there that feel like we just took their money. That's why we want to make sure that they get their money back if they don't have a good experience. So you're going to make these calls. You're going to have these conversations. And I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, Carl. I'm super excited about TransformE from Shaun T. That comes in December. And that's when it's going to be really easy. Come December and January, it's going to be really easy for me to sell that one. So that's when I want to call her. I want to call her when TransformE is coming out. That is wrong. That is the wrong mentality. Here's the thing. Let's use a sports metaphor if we can. So right now we're in the middle of football season. So they don't prepare to try to win the Super Bowl or to try to qualify for the playoffs during the season. You have preseason for that. And for us, the season is when we do this launch at the end of the year that goes into the January 1st, the January weight loss season. That's when you want to have your team of your 5 new coaches or your 10 new coaches built, educated, they understand how it works, they're already inspiring their Instagram or social following with their ability to lose 10 to 15 pounds before Thanksgiving, so that when the big one comes, TransformE comes out, you've got 5 to 10 new people who are building and attracting people with big hearts during the time that it's easy. You don't want to be getting up to speed with these people who want to be making money come January. You don't want them to be getting up to speed when we are in the middle of the big season. You want them to be getting up to speed right now when we have an exclusive coach test group for them to learn from, for them to build a baseline of fitness and to understand what Shakeology is like so that your team can compound. This is how you snowball things. Because here's what's going to happen over the course of the next 9 months. And this is a really big deal. So we've got Shift Shop now. Right now we're adding somewhere between 500 and 1,000 new coaches a day. That's pretty good, okay? So we got 500 and 1,000 new coaches starting a day, and they're coming in. Now they're going to get educated, and then those coaches are going to start adding coaches when TransformE happens come December 4th. So that starts the ball rolling. And then we got a few months of Transform 20 and people getting amazing results. And then we have Portion Fix, this container-based nutrition program that comes out. And anybody who buys Portion Fix will qualify to be part of the reshooting test group of 21 Day Fix and 21 Day Fix Extreme. And that's going to take us into the spring. And then through the spring, we've got this epic program coming out around July for the summit launch that is just outrageous. So like we've got these, basically we have Shift Shop, Transform 20, Portion Fix with these other 2 fitness programs, and then this epic program in the summer. We've got such a big 9 months ahead of us. What I want for you is for your opportunity to start now. I'm not doing this because this is good for me, because it doesn't do me any good just to sit here and talk to you. I'm doing this because if you take action tonight, it's going to be good for both of us. And it's not going to be just good for both of us. It's going to be good for the people who you reach out to who are looking for an opportunity. And I don't want them to start it in December so that they just start getting up to speed, because they need the money, they need the opportunity in time to be able to earn that extra money for gifts or for the holidays or whatever they're in for. They need to be up to speed so that they are rocking when all of their friends and family and neighbors are contemplating joining gyms during the weight loss season. So if you want them, the people you're going to approach tonight, to have the best opportunity to capture, to be able to distribute this amazing, convenient solution, the whole solution, because it includes fitness, nutrition, this daily dose of dense nutrition, and peer support, which works for so many people when the gym just doesn't work for them. 60% of the gym memberships sold each year go completely unused. That's expensive. This is inexpensive because it works for people and they can do it in the convenience of their own home with their kids crawling all over them and they're showing the kids that it's important to work out at home and it's important how we eat and the portion control. All that comes for this measly little challenge pack price and the ongoing expense of buying this shake that's going to serve you. Maybe you buy enough so you get a daily sunshine bag so that your kids are eating right. This is the way we want to serve people and not wait till it's easier in January. Because right now, those 2 to 5 names that are hopefully coming to your mind and you're writing them down. I see some people writing down or writing in their phones. That's awesome. Those are the people, I think, their names are coming into your head because they're ready now. Because they are ready today for you. I thought, we're going to make great coaches and we're undercompensated for all the value they deliver in the world. And so I want you to get out there like I got out there and I called people. And I can remember Tracy Morrow was one of our founding coaches. And I remember when I called her up and she turned me down flat. Like I said, hey, Tracy, it's been great. You're such a great member of the Beachbody community. And I know that you're a hairdresser and work-at-home mom. And I think you'd be great at this. And she's like, I have no interest in being a part of network marketing. And we talked about it. And I told her about how we wanted to be different and how we wanted to really serve people and help people. And that's what she does for free on the message boards every day. And I said, now I want you to be compensated for that. But I can't do it. I can't get you any money unless you plug into the ecosystem. And that's what I want you to do tonight. You're going to have conversations with people that they will initially reject you. But if you want them to earn the money for what you know they're capable of doing, you've got to invite them. And the fact that we have this challenge group starting on October 22nd, what is that? That's 11 days away. But really, you've got kind of 2 weeks, because really the 29th is when we kick off this perfect 3-week program to get people results before Thanksgiving. This is an opportunity for you to take advantage of that and build your core team. It's like you're starting over tonight so that come Transform 20, you've got incredible momentum. and your business will really grow. So that is my message. And I'm pleading with you to be open to who those names are and not to just turn off the computer tonight. If you can spare a half hour to send some messages, to leave voicemail messages or call these people, there is a reason that you're thinking about them tonight. And I think you're going to find that your results are pretty spectacular if you really go for it. But nothing's going to happen if you just unplug this and go back to the TV, or think that the opportunity is going to find you, or if you're just making sort of like a passive Instagram stories. You've got to talk to people, and you got to proactively invite them to this challenge group to be a part of it with us. So that's it. That's about my half hour. And now I want to get out of your way and let you do the thing that is so fantastic that you do. And that is you reach out to people to help them with this opportunity. And we got the opportunity to help millions of people, but it starts with the calls that you make tonight. So here we are, fresh slate. The month is still yours to conquer, and there's tens of thousands of people for us to help. So I hope that was somehow helpful and you got into the mindset of what this opportunity can mean. And don't forget that when you got to go into talking about Shakeology, feel free to admit that, yeah, it sounds expensive if they say it to you. And, you know, they've never tried it. They don't know what it does. So you got to tell them that that's the way you felt too. And that's why there's a money back guarantee. And I think that'll make you more comfortable about introducing the whole concept of a daily dose of dense nutrition and this comprehensive approach to fitness, nutrition, and peer support. And that's what we're going to do. So here it is, 5:30. It is time, or 8:30, wherever you are maybe. It is time to jump into it and see who we can help. We good?
Thank you so much for joining us. We really, really appreciate your help and your
No,
time.
you got a handful there. Apparently it's almost bedtime. So good luck to you. You might have, yeah, no, it's all good. So yeah, it's all right. It's totally cool, man. By the way, you got a lot of energy and you're going to be an awesome coach someday.
Are you going to be an awesome coach someday?
Yeah.
He's something.
That's perfect. All right, you guys. Thanks for jumping on the call. We're all human beings. That's life right there. And now let's get out there and help some other people who are having life too. All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
See ya.